Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker. And guess what? I found my clicker. It was sitting on my kitchen, desk insert thing in the cup holder so I wouldn't lose it. So now we'll have a lot less finger jamming. So, welcome to Show and Tell number 204, I believe. So, the stress is off for 8.2 seconds because now we have Thanksgiving coming up and I got to figure out what we're going to eat for Thanksgiving. But my mother-in-law's party went off fantastically. We were only missing one sibling, and that is because unfortunately he fell down the stairs and broke his ankle. So my poor brother-in-law had to stay home. His doctor's like, yeah, you can travel, but that's going to hurt. I don't know how many of you guys have broken an ankle before, but it almost always means surgery. There's no way around it. And he had a fracture, I believe he said, of the tibia and a break on the fibia. So he did have surgery on Friday, I believe. And we did FaceTime with him. Everybody got to see him. One of the nieces lives out of country, so we FaceTimed with her. She got passed around. My brother-in-law got passed around. So everybody got to see everybody, even though we weren't 100% present at the party. But it was really nice. Everybody had a good time. There are nieces and nephews I haven't seen since they were infants. And now they're state qualifying sports champions in high school. And I'm just like, it's just crazy. The baby that was born right at the same time my husband and I got married is a freshman in college. These kids are growing like weeds. They're all huge. It is crazy. But my mother-in-law had a wonderful time. I did not get pictures of the house with the balloons and stuff before people started showing up, but I did get a picture of the big birthday cake with the cake topper. Oh, it's Pippin playing with a toy across the hall. Weird noises, guys. So all that was fun. I'll have pictures at the end of the video. We also have some really cute cat pictures because the cats have been particularly adorable recently. So we do have some really cute pictures going on. It was exhausting. I don't think I got everything packed up, cleaned up, and tidied enough to be able to sit down and relax until almost 7 o'clock. And we were up at 3:30. So it was a very long day. It was very exhausting, but it was so much fun. It was so good to see everybody and all be together more or less. So it's very hard with such a large family to get that many people all together. So it was a lot of fun. We did take a big family picture out on the front porch, and everybody gathered around my mother-in-law. So it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that it's over and I can decompress for a day or two. Not that I've had time yet. So I'm filming this on Wednesday. And I think tomorrow I'm going to need to be in Charlotte, and Friday maybe I'll get a day off. Maybe. Had a lot of pain the last couple days. Just, once again, rushing for 7 weeks. I kind of hit that threshold of where my body says no. And I'm still trying to push just a little bit more. At this point, I can afford 4 days of not being able to do anything. So hopefully I can get done everything I need to get done by the end of the Thursday. And I can just take the weekend to decompress. Sunday, I was physically just unable to do anything. I could hardly walk. My back hurt. My knees hurt. My individual bone joints hurt. This is the problem with trying to get just a general FYI. So I have seen over the last 6 years 2 different rheumatologists because my blood work comes back saying something autoimmune appears to be going on. So they moved me to a rheumatologist to look into it. The rheumatologist gives me standing orders to have blood work done when I'm having a flare-up. Now, I've done a lot of things over the years to reduce flare-ups, like not overdoing it. And, you know, I made dietary changes that just reduce the inflammation in my body. So it's actually very hard to pinpoint an actual flare-up versus just a bad day. So like Sunday would have been the day I would have gone to get that blood work done, but my standing orders are for in Charlotte, and there was no way I could drive to Charlotte to get the blood work done. But it ended up just being a bad day, not a flare-up. So I still don't know what's wrong with me. It's been many years of going through this, but it's really, really funny. And when people talk about, you know, trying to deal with autoimmune diseases and going 15 years without diagnoses, from the time their symptoms get to where they become insurmountable. It's like, no, I understand. Preaching to the choir. I get it. Unless you have lupus, it is very hard to get a diagnosis. So when I tell you guys I do have to do self-care activities, don't worry. I am well aware of what can happen if I don't. I know a lot of you guys were very worried for the last 7 weeks with me trying to get everything done with the unpacking and painting but I'm okay. I had a bad day. That's it. But I do have to get a couple of things done. We had something happened to the main gas line to the house in Charlotte, and the gas company came in and cut the gas to the house. And now either my husband or I have to be present in order to have the gas turned back on. And we've been gone for 7 weeks. So it needs to be cleaned. I need to just do some basic maintenance kind of things on the house. So anyway, I'm going to have to go up there to do that. But other than that, and by the time you see this, I'll already be back in Columbia. So it's fine. I am hoping to film another video today that will be out on Saturday, actually discussing what you have to have in order to knit and crochet. And then I'm hoping by next Saturday, I will have a video of items that is nice to have, but you don't need in order to start. And this is coming about from some very specific questions I've been getting. During 2020, 2021, we got a lot of new people who joined the knit and crochet communities. They were learning how to knit as they were in lockdown. They needed something to keep themselves busy and something that was small, portable, and easy to do. And it can be a very overwhelming space when you look at people who obviously have been around the block for a little while. And when it comes to the accessories people have, it can be a little overwhelming to enter into this community with so many things being readily available now with the online purchasing and our global commerce system. What is actually necessary versus what is nice to have. So I will be trying to do 2 videos separated out discussing those 2 things. I think, get everything together for the what is necessary video. So I'm hoping to film that after this one, and that will be up on Saturday. I do have some things that are supposed to be coming into me for the purpose of unboxing and review. I am waiting for their delivery. They say they're being sorted at my local facility, not the regional facility, my local facility, and I still have not received them yet or received notification that they have been delivered. I also have one company that they were all ready to send me something and now are ghosting me. So I don't know what's going on with that. But that takes me directly into the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. So starting today, as of filming this, Wednesday, NitPicks is doing their big biannual sale. And I think the fall sale tends to be better than the spring sale. The fall sale, it's NitPicks and We Crochet. I do have affiliate links in the description box down below. So if you are wanting to go make some purchases, please use my affiliate links, as it does help me out personally in trying to ensure that we continue to get things in here to review and things like that. And next year I am hoping to kick back up with the subscription box review series. So it does help me out if you use the affiliate links. But this is the time of year where if there's certain things you're looking to stockpile, certain things you know you're going to use, certain things you've been trying to keep an eye on, this is the sale to really go in and look at those things. This also tends to be the time of year, and this will come up again in Saturday's video, I'm sure, where if you're looking to get like an interchangeable needle set, NitPicks has an amazing knitting needle set that I like the nickel plate, but their wood needles are also really smooth and nice to use. So if you're looking to make that investment into a larger set, absolutely beautiful. A lot of times they have those 20 to 60% off, depending the wood needles, as they do cycle through the colors of the wood needles and they do limited runs on certain ones. This is the opportunity to maybe purchase one of those limited time things. Also, they tend to have things like their cables and stuff on sale. They do have really good cables on their needles. I like them, so I'm a little picky, but I do really like their nickel plated needles. So if you don't want to invest in, say, like the Chow-Goo needles, I would definitely say NitPicks is the way to go. Their nickel plates are really smooth. They're really nice. And I do like the way the cable joins into the needle. It's a pretty smooth join for an interchangeable needle, especially at a very reasonable price. So definitely go check that out. It's also a wonderful time to stockpile yarns. If there are things that you know you're going to be using, I would recommend smart shopping wisely. Don't just like buy everything that's 60% off. Do focus what you really think you're going to use, because why spend the money if it's just going to get donated? But there are certain lines I definitely recommend. If this is your cup of tea, there are certain lines to definitely look for during the sale. I love the Hawthorne fingering. That is my particular favorite with the NitPicks yarn, specifically their branded yarn. It's what I made the Batwing sweater out of earlier this year. It is a very defined plied yarn. So your individual plies, it's I don't want to say ropey because that makes it sound like it's coarse. It's a very smooth yarn, but it does look more like rope, which does aid in giving you very nice stitch definition if you're a knitter or a crocheter. The stroll is absolutely wonderful to work with. It is very soft. It is very smooth. If you're looking for something that gives you a little bit more of a halo maybe in your project, it's not necessarily a super sharp stitch definition, and you're looking for a fingering weight yarn, the stroll is absolutely beautiful. I do really love their independent groups of things. They do seasonal launches on multiple different sock bases. A lot of people have seen the self-striping Felici sock yarn that comes in 50-gram balls versus the Hanks. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's smooth. I do believe it's the same yarn base as the stroll or something very, very similar. I've got plenty of it. I love it. I worked with it quite a bit. If it's the colors you're looking for, this is the time I would recommend buying it, unless you're buying like the value set when they launch. Another one that I would keep an eye out for is anything in the Brava line. These right here and these right here are all worsted weight Brava. I do also have some DK weight Brava. It's 100% acrylic yarn. It's smooth. It's squishy. You get a good stitch definition. I would say that it's good for if you're wanting to make a 100% acrylic outer garment. It's perfectly fine for that, but it's also really nice for blankets and softies and things. They've done like the speckle line. They've had some striping. They do also occasionally have Felici in a worsted weight that is also a self-striping yarn. But this just works up really, really nicely, really, really smoothly. It's easy to knit and crochet. I think I've actually done a video of yarns I like and why for the Brava collection. So if I did, I'll try to remember to link that in the iCard. But it's another line that I would specifically look for during this sale. They also tend to have a lot of their mini sets. If you're into minis, they tend to have a lot of those that will pop up in the sale. Now, they might not be 60% off. They might be 30% off. But it's definitely, if that's something you've been looking for, something to keep an eye out for. Their Pima cotton line is absolutely beautiful. It is definitely, if you're in the market for Pima cotton, definitely worth checking out. I find most of them to be, they're not tense or difficult to work with like the dishcloth cotton. They're very soft and smooth on the fingers. They don't have burrs, but it is heavy, as most of their Pima line is 100% Pima cotton. So it is very heavy. Cotton is a very heavy fiber. So I've worked with it to do shawls. I have also worked with it to do, I'm not sure if they still have it or not, but they have a Pima cotton blend that was, I think, a sport weight, and it was more tightly spun, so it almost looked more like a mercerized cotton. And I've done a lace vest out of that for a friend that turned out absolutely gorgeous. So definitely a time to, if you want to try a line, if you want to play around with things, if you're looking for something maybe as a carry-on to add halo, the palette yarns are absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't recommend those enough. Their Alpaca Cloud line is wonderful to work with. You can get some beautiful shawls out of the Alpaca Cloud. But they do have a nice combination of straight fibers where it's 100% merino, 100% superwash wool, 100% just plain wool like the wool of the Andes, or they have some very nice blends. They do have an 80-20 acrylic wool blend. They have 100% acrylic like the Bravo line. So it's a nice time to be able to try some different things. This is the Mighty Stitch, and that it's acrylic that's soft. I think this one's 100% acrylic. No, this is an 80-20. So this is 80% acrylic, 20%. You can tell where it got squished in the process of the move and the ball band got all messed up. This is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's got the same softness if you're used to working with like Karen Simply Soft. It's got a sheen to it like Karen Simply Soft, but it doesn't split when you crochet it or knit it. So, you know, this is a great time to be able to make those purchases. There are some things that I have been keeping an eye on that I definitely want to check out. I need to fill out some more of my more solid single color tonal fingering weights, because some of the projects I have that I really want to do in the next year or two require solids, which I don't have a whole lot of. I have a lot of beautiful hand dyed and a lot of variegated and a lot of speckled, but I do need to flesh out my solids just a little bit. There was something in the worsted weight that I wanted to keep an eye out for, and I'm always a sucker for a mini pack. So, you know, if I need to bolster my shipping just a little bit. During the sale also, one of the things they do is every week, this is going on all month, so every week there tends to be a free gift with purchase for different dollar amounts. So like this week it is a tote bag, I believe, with a $75 purchase. At the end of the month, I think it's a $100 purchase. You can get a set of needles. There's a whole bunch of different options as you're looking at the calendar. So I will try to remember to remind you guys about the sale as it continues to go along. And I have spent 18 minutes just sitting here talking to you guys without showing y'all a single thing. I need to hold up here and reconnoiter, but definitely go check out the sale. I'm very excited. I will definitely be looking at it. I will let you guys know what I get when it comes time. There are certain things that I'm trying to look for certain projects, for certain gifts, or certain things that I'm looking to combine together. So like I said, I have in the description box affiliate links for NitPicks and We Crochet. They are both part of the same company, so definitely go check out. And I think some of the offerings on We Crochet will be different than what we have on NitPicks. Now, normally I do shop from NitPicks. They do, the magazine books that they have for crochet, I have a lot of fun with those. There's some really fun themes that they've done with that. But you really didn't come for this part of the chit chat. You wanted to see what was in my magical bucket of goodies. So I've only worked on 2 projects really. as I shared with you guys last weekend, I did purchase 2 yarns from Premier to do a review on, one of which was the poppy. And this is where my project with the poppy is. I've used almost 1 entire ball. I have 2 left, so we'll continue working here. But I did do a knit project with the poppy. And the other one that I purchased was the Painterly. Now, this is part of the Premier anti-pilling line. As I've told you guys, it's also a yarn. I have done a dedicated review, yarns I love and why. I am not really reviewing this for the purpose of the anti-pilling yarn collection. I'm reviewing it as a crochet yarn. So we're going to have fun when it comes time to talk about these projects in detail, but this is where I am on this project. I'm just going to kind of sneak you one little section here. I am on my 3rd ball of yarn. I did have to order more. And mostly because Carrie made some epic mistakes and I'm not frogging again. I've already frogged out 1 entire project. I'm not frogging again. So we're going to roll with the punches for where I messed up this project, and we're just going to keep on rolling. But I'm almost done with my 3rd ball, so the review for the Painterly may be delayed just a little bit as I wait for the receipt of the extra yarn. This will be awesome. I'm looking forward to talking about both of these yarns. They are, I can tell you right now, you know I like Premier. I've made no bones about the fact that I like the Premier yarns. Also, I have an affiliate link for them as well if you want to go check that out. But the whole reason why I like Premier is they are really stepping up what we as consumers should expect from big box yarns. And they did this as soon as they launched that Premier anti-pilling line like 10 years ago. And from there, they have just expounded on high quality, consumer ready yarns. And it has really, in my opinion, pushed other companies to better quality, interesting things for us to purchase that we can go to a store and just pick up or purchase at a reasonable price directly from them, or Mary Maxim or Hirschner's or wherever we're purchasing our yarns from. I'm very impressed with what they did with that and setting a new tone, bar, and expectation for us as the consumer, because their products really have been just that good. When they released like the Sprouts line and stuff, you know, I am not a big person to use cotton. I don't particularly care for cotton. That is one where I really, if I had not been on a no buy and really needed to not buy, that's one I really wanted to try, as well as the, I might need to go check on my washing machine if that doesn't, I think the feet are not adjusted correctly. Oh, that could be the trash truck. Never mind. Normally, even if it's unbalanced, my washing machine's not that loud, but that could be the trash truck out front. Last thing I wanted to share with you guys. Now that I got distracted, I guess we'll use that as a segue. I did receive my first Happy Mail in the new P.O. Box. Once again, I shared with you guys 2 weeks ago that I did finally get my P.O. Box set up. The information is in the description box of my videos now, so you should have no problem finding that. But Michelle was very, very sweet. She was destashing and was cleaning things out that she didn't think she was going to use. And she sent me... Oh, it's my Roomba running around down there. Now I definitely feel like an idiot because I was going to have a heart attack if that was my washing machine. Trash would be really early, but anyway, she was destashing yarns and asked if I would be interested in these. And of course I said yes. So this is the Shenanigans yarn, which I absolutely love. And as I still have mine from my subscription, I actually have these 3 still from my own subscription box. I also have the mini skein that was sent with this. So I could actually do a project with the green running through the center of it. And I was thinking maybe like a big half circle wrap. But this is the Gouda yarn. I actually just was talking about this in my video from Tuesday where I unboxed this month's. This is the Mint, which was last Christmas. And this one is Pollen Party. And this one is a DK. And I actually have an ALC that this will perfectly go with. This also would look really good with the Some Bunny, which I also have an ALC that I was thinking about pairing with. So that would be really cute together. I'm very excited. My brain's just going. Anyway. Michelle, thank you so much. I really do wish you would have let me pay for these, but I will definitely cherish these and love these, and they will definitely 100% get used. So thank you so much. This was so very sweet of you. As always, you guys, I love you. I will see you guys real soon. Please take care of yourselves. And if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, if there's something you're looking forward to with the NitPicks big sale, leave it in the comment section down below, because you guys know I enjoy reading your comments and seeing what you guys have to say. Take care, and I will see you real soon. Bye, guys. Ticker.